A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to all my Excel Learners Academy Peshawar students and those people they are watching me. Well, we are recording our today's lecture, and the topic we have decided for you, it's very important for those people they want to talk the basic conversation in English language or whatever the conversation they want to talk. So the topic we have today, that is called daily activities. We want to talk about daily activities, what sort of grammar we will be following for that of daily activities, and how we can learn English to talk about those activities we perform regularly or we perform on daily basis. So for this purpose, we have selected one of the grammatical topic for you, and the topic we want to discuss here, that is called simple present tense. Simple present tense. I'm not going to give you big definition and to explain like in more details. We want to learn those things that are important for our students, that to keep in your mind, and while you are talking to people, it must be very easy for all of you. Simple present tense, whenever it comes in your mind, simple present tense is used for activities you perform on daily basis. I mean on everyday basis. All those activities, all those actions you do, those events, it takes place on daily basis. We use simple present tense for that. For example, what could be our daily daily activities? Our daily activity, it can be like you go to school, you go to college, you go to university, you watch TV, you meet your friends. So basic things, those things that it repeats itself on daily basis, we use simple present tense for those activities. Number two, simple present tense is used for those activities that you perform on weekly basis. What I mean by weekly basis activities, you do not have time to repeat those activities. It cannot repeat itself on daily basis. It repeats itself on weekly basis. For example, let's take an easy example for it. You do not find time on daily basis. You are busy with your studies. You are busy somewhere with your work. You do not find time frequently to play cricket, for example. But you have only time on weekends. On every Saturday or every weekend, you play cricket. So playing cricket or watching movies on weekend, it repeats itself. This action, it happens on weekly basis. Again, we use simple present tense for such type of activities. Now, those activities, it repeats itself on monthly basis. For example, you don't have time to do something on daily basis, on everyday basis, or weekly basis. You perform some of the activities on monthly basis. How? Let's take an example. You live in a hostel in Peshawar and you live somewhere else in another city, for example. You cannot go to home on daily basis, or you cannot go to home on weekly basis, but you go to home once in a month. So how would you say in English, I go to home every month, for example. I go to home every month. Now let's take more examples. You pay your utility bills, your electricity bill, clear, etc. You pay on monthly basis. So how do you say, I pay my electricity bill every month? You pay your rent. How do you say, I pay my rent on every month? So those activities, it repeats itself on every monthly basis. So we use again what? Simple present tense in that case. Those activities, it repeats itself every year. So we can say those activities, it repeats itself every year. Again, we use simple present tense for it. For example, how can we say, what example we can take for it? Eid comes twice a year. So how many times? 2 times a year. It repeats itself. So again, we need to use simple present tense for that. Those activities, like for example, Ramadan comes. Ramadan comes how many times in a year? Once in a year. So again, we will use simple present tense for it. So you promote yourself to the next class every year. So again, you pass your 5th, 6th, 7th. So we use simple present tense in that case. Now let's talk about the structure. It was the easy definition for it, that those activities you perform on daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, or yearly, we use simple present tense for that. Let's come towards the structure, the basic structure we want to talk about. First of all, you need to understand subject. For this case, subject plays a very important role. Two things you need to keep in your mind while understanding the subject. Number one, we call subject is something that performs an action. For example, right now I'm teaching, I'm talking, so who I am right now? I'm subject in this case. Or you can say in a sentence, whatever you talk about. When you talk about anything in a sentence, that is called subject. For example, if I say this marker is blue. So I'm talking in a sentence about what? I'm talking about the marker. So when you talk about something in a sentence, it can be a subject, or you can say a person who performs an action, that can be a subject. Very easy definition I have given you. So now we need, first of all, what? We need subject. After subject, we will need verb. We need, over here we put verb in this case. After subject, directly we will need to put verb. Now in this case, in simple present tense, we will be talking about two sort of subjects. Your subject can be singular subject, or it can be plural subject. Those subjects, it is one, singular. Clear? For example, if I say he, she, it, or one name, for example, Ali, so it comes in the category of singular subjects. And in plural subjects, we can say they, you, we, I. And for example, you want to take two names, for example, Ali and Ahmad. So they comes in the category of plural subjects. Singular subjects, plural subjects. So remember, now we want to construct its structure, how to follow its structure. Keep in your mind, it's very easy, clear. Do not make any sort of mistake. You need to understand two sort of subjects, singular subject, plural subject. This is my singular subject, and after subject, I use verb in this case. Now let's make examples for it. For example, I want to say I. So now I in this case is plural subject. I want to use directly verb over here. I, for example, I play. I play what? I play cricket. I play cricket. I play cricket. Now in this case, my subject is plural subject. And the verb I need to use, I will not put anything after this. I cannot put s, or ies with I. Why? Because the subject is plural. Remember, with the verb we do not put s, es, or ies. With those verbs, they are plural. But we put s, or ies. With those verbs, they are singular. So now, for example, the same example, I want to make it for singular subject. I can say he, for example. He. So now I want to put play. With play, I will put s here. Why? Because subject is singular. He plays cricket. I play cricket. He plays cricket. Very easy. So with singular subject, just take a verb for yourself. Remember, do not put SMR over here. You cannot say I am play cricket. Now it's completely wrong, incorrect. Clear? Or you cannot say he is plays cricket. That's wrong. Do not put SMR. We do not put SMR with in this case. We do not put SMR. Do not put with subject. After subject, directly we put verb. Let's make an example. For example, I teach. I teach. You watch. You watch. I watch. She watches. For example, if I say I play. He plays. Singular subject. I, singular subject. Plural subject. I play. With the word we do not put any ses or ies. Clear? Now, if you want to change it into negative, in this case, with singular subjects, we use does. And with plural subjects, we will put do. With singular, does not. With plural, do not. Short form of does not, doesn't. Short form of do not, don't. We can say now, don't, he don't, she doesn't. For example, if I say I, so what I need to put here? I don't. I can put I don't play cricket. I don't play cricket. Very easy. For example, I play cricket. I don't play cricket. While if you are talking about the singular subject, what we can do? She does not. She doesn't play cricket. But keep in your mind, over here I have written he plays cricket, and I want to change into negative with not. He doesn't. We will put first of all he doesn't. Now we want to put verb play. When you put doesn't, With the verb, we do not add s over here then, in this case. Whenever there is does, we are not supposed to put s with that of the verb. How can we say he doesn't play cricket? Clear? He doesn't play cricket. So the same formula is followed for all the simple present tense. How many? For example, I say I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Simple present tense, because on daily basis I get up early in the morning. I get up. So what could be the negative? I do not get up. I get up, I don't get up. I get up in the morning, I don't get up in the morning. I teach English, I do not teach English. He teaches English, he doesn't teach English. Now, what you need, you are supposed to do, you have to practice a lot. You need to stand up, keeping to one side singular subjects, to another side plural subjects. First of all, make one of the example for the singular and make another example for the plural. For example, I watch TV. I watch TV. So he watches TV. I play cricket. Just you need to make a list of verbs for yourself. Basic, you can go to Google, you can go for the verbs. Just learn verbs first of all, and then you can put what? Just only subject with the verb. He plays, she plays, we play, because we is plural subject. This is the area you need to understand. Now, how can you make how can you ask people question? For example, you want to ask me question that, sir, if you want to ask for the plural subject, you need to ask question with do. For the singular subject, we will ask question with does. For example, you can ask me question, sir, do you teach? How do I ask question? Do you teach? Now again, the simple present tense. From which place you can understand a simple present tense? You can understand from that of do. Do is used for plural subject. And if I want to ask another person, or you want to ask about singular subject, how can you ask question? Does he teach? Does he teach? Now, this is very easy question. You can ask question with do with the plural subject and does with the singular subject. Let's repeat. Let's have one of the example. For example, I ask you, do you play cricket? Do you watch my videos? Do you watch my videos? Does he watch my videos? Now, I'm asking about singular subject. That is what? He. Does he? Do you? Does she? Do we? For example, if I say, does Ali watch my videos? Do we? Do you? Do I watch your video? Clear? So you need to put what? Do in the beginning, and you will put subject over here. Does in the beginning, then subject, and after that you need to put verb at the end. So it's very easy. You need to practice. How can you practice at home? You can practice by making example, because it needs a lot of practice. Once you get command, you master this tense. I'm sure that the basic conversation, while you're talking about the daily activities, you will not make any sort of mistakes in it. How can we practice? Let's have the last practice for it. For example, I want, do you understand? Do you understand simple present tense? Do you understand simple present tense? Why? Because I asked you about do. For example, your friend is sitting with you and I want to ask about him. Does he understand about the simple present tense? Now, how can you answer me? You can answer me in positive with yes or no. You can say, yes, he understands. He, because the subject is singular. Does he understand? Yes, he understands. But if I'm asking about you, do you understand? Yes, I understand. He understands and I understand. Or you can say, no, he doesn't understand. Because subject is singular, he doesn't understand, and I don't understand. So this is called what we call it simple present tense. Now, what is your homework? You can make a lot of examples. Number one, positive, then you can change into negative, and then you can also ask question about that. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you.